And I think we are live, maybe. It's been a very long time since I've streamed on YouTube, so I don't fully know if this is working. Let me check the audio levels. Nice, I can hear me. The quality doesn't look that great, but I feel like that's probably just because of my webcam. Turn the volume down on him. Lower this one down out of the way. This feels super kind of spontaneous. I guess it kind of is, actually. So the plan today, I don't know if anybody's going to join. I didn't tell anybody that I was live streaming, but the plan today, I've got some stuff that I want to do. Thought I would stream myself doing it to hold myself kind of accountable, and I feel like I'm probably going to get more done doing it that way as well. I've got that wholesale order that came through, which I need to sort through. I'm going to pick out the things that need like cleaning and stuff like that. What's up, Gary? How you doing? Yeah, I've got the clothing stuff that I need to sort through. I need to find out what needs cleaning, what doesn't need cleaning. I'm just going to separate into two different piles. And then, if I have time to do it, I'm also going to go through and try to get the measurements for, if I can get this right. You see me watching myself here. I'll move the chat out of the way so I can actually see what I'm doing. Can I move that? There we go. Oh wow, the chat is actually popping up on the stream as well. I need to go through and measure all of this stuff because I am sick to death of receiving messages of people saying like, can you send me the measurements of these, please? I am sick of it. So I thought I'll just go through, I'll get all of the measurements for it. It doesn't look like that much stuff when I just scroll through it like this. Like that really doesn't look like many listings. When I look at the pile in my room, it looks ginormous. Let me move this one over here so I can actually keep an eye on the chat as well. But yeah, it looks like a lot of stuff in person. Doesn't look like that much stuff on the stream. I don't know how long the stream's going to be. Maybe an hour. Maybe we'll try and get like an hour done or something like that. And I am just going to get started right now. I will keep it on possibly my face maybe whilst we go through sorting out the stuff that needs washing and stuff that doesn't, so I can actually show you guys what we're kind of dealing with at the same time. If I move all of this gubbins. If you've watched the whole video, all of this stuff's going to look quite familiar because it's all the exact same stuff. But let's jump straight onto this. I'm trying to work out the best way to like, can I pop out the chat maybe? Can. Let me do that. Open this one up. Stick the chat here. Make it a little bit smaller maybe. And put it there. Okay, nice. So, I'm going to be sorting through these, checking what has stains on and what doesn't. And we'll be creating a pile of stuff to be washed, even if it just has like the smallest mark like this one here. I don't know how well this camera is going to pick it up. But stuff like that will need washing. I want all of the listings to look really clean. And the listings won't look clean if the clothes aren't clean. I'm hoping it's not like a scenario where every single item needs to be thrown into the wash, but I guess we shall wait wait and see, I guess. That one can also do with cleaning, because it has a little mark going on down here. Lego vapes, now clothes. We sell absolutely everything out here. Well, maybe not now. We just sell clothes. I still have some of the Lego stuff actually. I sold pretty much all of it. I think I got the Lego minifigures from you, didn't I, Gary? Is that right? I've still got some of them because I shut down the previous business prior to getting rid of all of them because I was selling them as like bundles on eBay. Most of them have been sold. There's not many left because you sent a lot from what I can remember. It was like 500 or something like that. Maybe if that number's anywhere near correct. This one I think actually won't need a clean, which is nice. That is the first one that doesn't need a clean, I don't think. This is also probably one of my favourite things that came from this lot. It's like an Adidas coat type thing, and it's super nice. So much of me wants to keep this for myself, but at the same time I feel like if I walk around in this, I'll get followed around when I'm going through shops because people will think I'm stealing things, which happens quite often on a normal day, to be honest. But yeah, no, I've still got some of those Lego figures. They're actually up in the attic at the moment. Now that I'm starting up the eBay store again and things like that, I'm going to clear all of that stuff out, but pretty much all of it is sold now. This one, Under Armour, it looks pretty clean to me. I'm not seeing any marks or any stains, which is a good sign. Oh wait, did I throw that? I think I just threw that Adidas coat in the pile of stuff that needs washing. That's not a very good start. Let me move that. Alright, that is the pile of stuff that doesn't need cleaning. That is the plan. Nike SB top. This is the one that's really cracked, which is unfortunate because it's really nice, but the cracking on that is pretty bad. Is there any stains or any marks on it is the question. It's looking pretty good to me. Is that a mark or is that just... Because these have came straight from bales, they're like so wrinkled, it's kind of difficult to tell sometimes, but I think we're good with that one, I'm gonna say. He just needs ironing. Next one is there are so many of these black like Nike hoodies. There just feels like an infinite amount of them. I say that, I think there's like 5 or 4. There might even just be 3 actually. This one has quite a few marks on it, so he could definitely do with cleaning. There's a couple of bits like that on there. This is going to be such a weird stream, because in between my hiatus of not uploading on this channel, I did stream on Twitch sometimes when I was like playing games and things. Those streams, they just felt like they were more interesting because I was like playing a game at the same time. Maybe I could try and play a game and work at the same time. I don't know if that's a very good idea. This one could definitely do with cleaning. It has a couple of marks up on the top. The pile of stuff that needs cleaning is growing very quickly. This one I can already tell needs cleaning as well. This was that Nike Air jumper, which was quite a nice one. He will go in the cleaning pile. Puma. I don't remember a lot of the Puma ones really being that bad. This one looks pretty good to me. I'm not seeing any marks. Can you even see it when I'm like barely? This one's looking fine. This camera's not too great anyway, to be fully honest. I should probably get a different camera if I'm planning to like stream when I'm like putting in a bit of work and stuff, but it is what it is at the moment. This North Face one could definitely do with cleaning. It has marks on it, which you can kind of see. Some of the marks are actually like just little bobbles that can just be picked off, but he could definitely do with cleaning as well. I feel like I should have mentioned that when I was recording the video, because the first top that I pulled out looked gross. It looked really dirty, and it didn't really look like that in person, but it did on the camera. But it wasn't like stains or anything, it was just like bobbles. This one, I feel like I remember it being not too bad. This is like a Champion hoodie. Looks pretty clean to me. I'm not really seeing many marks. Yeah, I think he's fine. Another Puma. Would it be better if I was more like... Yeah, it doesn't really make much of a difference. I think this one could do with cleaning. Yeah. Another little mark there. This is like a ASMR look at my dirty clothes in a box stream. Interesting content, riveting content. I hope you're enjoying it. I was actually thinking the other day, I was like, I would like to stream more when I'm just like doing random things to do with like reselling and just work and stuff like that, because it gives me more of a reason to do it, and also it just makes it a little bit more enjoyable. But it came into my mind because I was like, yeah, I could like stream myself when I'm like ironing the clothes and taking the pictures and stuff like that, because it takes ages. It would be a super long stream. And then I was like, have I really hit like the ripe age of 26 years old, and I'm getting excited about thinking about live streaming myself ironing clothes. That's quite funny. This one doesn't look too bad actually. This is that small, I think it was a women's medium Tommy Hilfiger top. That little taped bottom. When I look at it on the camera, I'm like, oh, there's so many marks, but they're not marks, they're just little bobbles that can be picked off. That one is fine. That can stay in the clean pile. Levi's jumper looks pretty clean to me actually. I'm not seeing any marks on it. I think he's good. The ones that are this colour, the stains are like, they're not that easy to see, so even if there was a mark, it's not like super clear. Whereas the black ones, if it's a white mark, it's really obvious. Whereas that one's a bit, it's not black, but it's not white either. I don't really know how to describe it. You know what I'm trying to say. Next one, we have the Adidas pullover hoodie, which is looking very, very light mark. I don't even know if it will show up on camera from how light it is. But it would probably show up if I was taking photos of it, so maybe that one should go in the wash. This pile for stuff that needs washing is building up a lot faster than I was anticipating. This Hilfiger one, he can definitely be washed. This Nike SB one with the like mirror cracked thing, quite a cool logo design. I don't remember this one being dirty. I don't remember seeing any stains on this one. No, it probably could do actually by the drawstrings. There's a little bit of discolouring. Again, don't know if you can really see it on camera because it's really minimal, but it will probably show up on the camera if I was taking pictures to list it, so we'll stick him in the cleaning pile. This is such a funny stream of just looking at marks on clothes. It's so random, but I feel like live streaming whilst I'm like doing stuff, it almost like urges me to be more productive because I can't just sit there on my phone for 20 minutes to half an hour and nobody like know about it. Should probably not have that popping up on stream. I don't know if that would that have showed up on there. No, probably not actually, because I'm not live streaming that. Let me just close off WhatsApp. Close this, and hopefully that won't give me any more notifications. That one is fine. I'm gonna say I think he looks okay. This one I remember pointing out in the video that it had a stain on it. It's the Elise jumper. Again, don't know if this camera's good enough to really show it, but he can do with going in the wash. This one I'm like partially in two minds, where I'm like, do I keep this for myself or do I sell it? I should sell it, but it is a very nice jumper. I just really like the snow camo, and I'm very surprised there aren't any like obvious marks because it's so like cream white. Inside looks like it could do with a bit of a clean actually. It's a bit of yellowing. Not really visible on camera. I really need to get a better camera if I'm gonna stream sometimes, to be honest. You can't really see what's going on very much. Oh, I just closed off the chat. My bad. There we go. I'm also interested to see what this camera quality is going to be like when it starts getting darker, because that is going to happen soon, and I don't have any light in front of the camera. I might have to end up using my phone torch just so that you can see me. Also, I don't look really backlit or something, I don't know. I already kind of am with the lamp behind me, but is what it is. This Puma one, he's looking okay-ish. Can't tell really actually. Again, it's like the creases from when they're in bales makes it so difficult to tell whether or not it's staining or if it's just from where it's been like heavily squashed. You know what? When in doubt, put it in the wash. That's maybe the motto that I need to go by for this, although the wash pile is building up very quickly. This white Hollister top. Am I showing this on camera? I don't know, maybe. I closed off this thing. There we go. Again, when in doubt, just put him in the wash. He's also going to go in there. Black Puma one. We're actually almost at the bottom of this box already, so it is going quite quickly, which I'm happy about. We've got this one right here, which I'm not seeing any obvious stains on straight away. He's looking fine. I'm obviously going to go through these like a second time anyway when I'm actually taking the pictures, so if there are ones that still have marks on them, they're just going to get thrown in the wash anyway. It doesn't have to be perfect first time round, I guess. We have this Hilfiger denim top, which could probably do with a clean. It's not like there's no particular marks on it or anything, but it just looks like it could do with washing. It kind of sucked that it had this little, this bit is just like super scuffed. I'm also interested to see actually, and maybe I could just look it up now. Let me chuck it in the wash pile. Hilfiger denim, is that more or less valuable than Tommy Hilfiger in general? Hilfiger denim versus Tommy Hilfiger. Oh wait, I can show you guys what I'm doing at the same time actually. There we go. Get rid of that one. Tommy Hilfiger and Tommy Jeans are both brands, but Tommy Jeans is more modern, casual, youthful version of Tommy Hilfiger. So what is... oh, Hilfiger denim. Targets customers in the age of 25 to 40. Hilfiger denim is more casual than Tommy Hilfiger label. Is it more valuable, or is it just like an offshoot similar to like Ralph Lauren and Polo Ralph Lauren and stuff like that? I'm assuming it's not. I feel like it's potentially just like a different version of, by the sounds of it. Quora's hit and miss. It's just saying the same thing basically. I was kind of hoping it was gonna say like Hilfiger denim is crazy rare, like it's like it's the absolute holy grail, but I don't think that's the case, to be honest. Unfortunately, would have been nice. All right, I put that one in the wash pile, didn't I? And then last one from this box is that Columbia top, which I really like. I think this is a super nice jumper, and there's a little mark on it that I can see, which again it's too small to probably show up on camera, but I will pop him in the wash pile anyway, and we shall grab the other box. Kind of going through this quicker than I was expecting to be fully honest, which I'm quite happy about. Alright, we have this Nike track jacket thing. If you've watched that haul video that I just posted of all this stuff, you're probably sick of seeing it. You've actually seen it just as much as I have, because I filmed that video, stuck it back in the boxes. I haven't looked at it again since, so you've seen the items just as much as I have. This one, I'm not seeing any obvious marks actually. Again, I just can't really tell, because the black one with the bail creases kind of makes things that probably aren't marks look like marks. I'll stick it in the no pile for now, because the yes pile is ginormous. And then maybe once I've ironed it, if they actually are marks, I can then clean it again. This one, I can tell straight away it does need cleaning. There's a couple of little marks going on here. You can kind of see those ones. This Hilfiger jumper with the massive logo probably could do with a clean. Yeah, why not? If it's a probably, it's a yes. I just got a Vinted notification. Did we sell something? No, someone just favorited an item. I was thinking as well, like, when I'm live, can I just go through? I was like, yeah, I could just do a bunch of stuff. Like, I could go through Vinted and like send out offers to people whilst I'm streaming. Is there some sort of like GDPR thing that would stop me from doing that? Because obviously you can see like people's names. Or like, actually, no, I'm not sharing my screen. Do you see people's names? I mean, you see their account names. Would that be a breach of GDPR if it showed me sending them offers? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'd be very surprised if somebody was like, yeah, fuck this guy. I saw him streaming and put my account name up on up on stream. I don't think that's going to happen to the like 2 viewers or however many people are watching this, but this one's looking pretty good actually. I'm not seeing any marks, anything by the drawstrings. Nope. Alright, he is good. He is good. This one, this is like the biggest disappointment out of this entire lot that I got. It's Champion. It's like that weird Champion logo that you sometimes see around. Makes me be like, is it real? Is it fake? I don't know. But there's literally nothing to it, and it has like a slight rip by the pocket, but there's no logo on it or anything. It's just kind of like a very boring jumper, but it is clean. I mean, it's not going to sell for much. Like, also those drawstrings, one's good, one's kind of scuffed. This one might even end up going in the bin. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Or maybe I could use it and try and like rework it with another item of clothing. I've never done that before, so could be a fun experiment. Maybe buy some like, I don't know, buy some Burberry like material and kind of cut out and weave in some Burberry material or something like that. It would be a fun little project to try and do. This Puma one also looking pretty good. I don't think there's any stains going on here. I'm calling him fine. It's strange how a lot of the Puma ones just don't have marks on them. I feel like it's because Puma's just like a B tier brand, in my opinion. Reselling wise, similar with this company as well, Gap. It's just like a B tier thing. This one's looking maybe could do with a clean. Again, it's just the dark ones with the bit. I don't really know if it shows up on camera. You can kind of see it on camera actually. So those things, they're not actually really like stains. They're just like from where it's been heavily squashed in the bale. Actually, there's a little bit of an actual stain here, so maybe that one can go in the wash. In the wash. Next up, we have the Champion hoodie, which I'm a big fan of, but this just definitely wouldn't fit me in a million years. You can kind of see the logo there. I actually think he's clean too. I don't see any stains on him. Fine around the drawstrings. He's good. He is clean. The dirty pile is definitely a lot bigger than the clean pile, and it is building up quickly. This one does need cleaning, I can tell straight away. Has those dodgy looking stains on it. I could do with going in the wash. Should probably wash my hands after touching that one as well. This one, which is probably another one of the best ones that came in this lot. Olive green, like Timberland type thing. I don't know how well I'm really showing these to the camera, but it's kind of difficult to show you whilst I'm hunting for marks and stains. Is that a mark? It is. It's very small, just under the A. But also can do with being washed. I just can't get over the fact that like this is what I have ended up streaming. Like this is just what it's come to now. It's just me looking at clothes, deciding what needs to be put in the washing machine and what doesn't. It feels like a good thing to do though, to like stream just me doing the work, I guess. I don't really know how else to describe it, but it feels like a good thing to be doing. When the whole point of this channel, this one can definitely be do with a wash. The whole point of this channel is to document the journey of, and you don't really get much more raw of documentation of the journey than me sat looking at clothes trying to figure out which ones need to be put in the washing machine and what doesn't. You know what, maybe just because I think it's so funny that this is what I'm streaming, when I go through and start ironing and taking pictures of all the clothes, maybe I will stream that, because it will take me hours. It might take a full day. So like when I did it with the other clothes, granted there were 100 pieces, I started at 9 in the morning. I took like one break and didn't finish until 9 in the evening, maybe. It was like a full 12-hour day basically of just ironing clothes. It would be so funny to do like a 12-hour stream of me ironing clothes. I don't know why I get so much entertainment out of the thought of that, but The thought of posting on YouTube me ironing clothes for 9 hours is quite entertaining. This one definitely can do with going in the wash. I don't really know if you can see it on the camera again, but it's kind of a funny concept to think that I would just be stood there streaming myself ironing clothes and taking pictures for 9 hours. This one also can do with a wash. These look more like stains, so they don't look like they're going to come out in the wash, which is a shame because this is a really nice top, but we'll wash it first because there's also bits that could do with a wash that would help come out. Very nice. And the pile of stuff that needs washing is building up very quickly. Hollister top. This one, is that a mark or is that a... No, it's just a little bit of lint. This one's pretty fine actually. I don't think this one's going to need washing. It's looking pretty good. Wait, is this fake Hollister? Possibly. JHK. It's not a Hollister tag. It could be a fake Hollister top. Potentially. Not sure. Let's do another. We can do another check on the line whilst we're streaming. That was my foot on my chair, by the way, before before you think anything. All right. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. And then let's just search what it says on the label and see. Never heard of that before. Let's try label and look at images. Yeah, that's the label that this has. And I feel like that's not Hollister. I think this is a fake jumper, which is good to know. I'll stick this in a separate pile. Let me try and just search. Yeah, it's still on Google. Return label still valid, blah blah blah. There is nothing saying that it really exists, so I'm guessing this is actually a fake Hollister top, which kind of sucks, but then at the same time, Hollister tops aren't going to sell for that much anyway, if I'm going to be fully honest. It's also kind of wild that somebody would go through the effort and money to fake a Hollister top. I could probably still sell it cheap on like Vinted, or maybe even at like a car boot or something like that, but that one right there, I think we have discovered a fake Hollister top. This is the label, by the way. I realised I actually didn't show it to the camera the entire time. It's stitched in pretty well for a fake. That was why I was so unsure. I feel like normally you can just kind of tell straight away, but I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do some further research, but I'm pretty confident that that's actually not a legitimate top. Anyway, continuing where we left off of finding out what needs washing and what doesn't. Welcome to this very riveting stream. This one could probably do with a wash. Yeah, it's a little bit marking up by the tag. This one, I think the colour of this is so nice. It's not something that I could really wear, although now it's getting darker in my room. It's a completely different colour in person to what you're seeing on the video that I can see right now. It kind of looks like dark purple, whereas it's like a really light purple IRL, but I don't think he needs cleaning. It would be ideal if I actually had some sort of light up behind me so I don't just slowly fade into darkness as I'm streaming, but this one here, Nike SB, also looking pretty clean. I have a feeling that this one could be fine. It's a paint chip, that's fine. We are almost through them. We have almost got through the full box of what needs cleaning and what doesn't need cleaning. like I said, incredibly exciting content that you guys have tuned into right here. This next one, also a super nice top. This is a Columbia hoodie, which again, I can't really tell if it's just to do with like the bail and stuff, but I'm gonna stick it in the wash anyway. This is gonna be like 3 washing machines worth of stuff so far. I think there is a lot going on in there. Tommy Hilfiger is looking fine. This whole stream is pretty much just the back of my head. I've just realised. It is what it is. I'm doing stuff. I'm not just sat talking to the camera. I also hope the audio quality is not too bad, because I've just realised I'm rustling these like right by the mic. So I hope it's not like messing up the audio too bad. This is the famous Yummy Mummy jumper, which is a bit dirty around the hood. Again, don't know if it's going to show up because it's getting kind of dark, but can do with being washed. We're actually almost all the way through it already, which is nice. Black Champion, straight away I can see a couple of marks guanin on here. Can do with being thrown in the wash. This one I'm not even going to look at, I'm just going to put straight in the wash because it's actually mostly just bobbles, I think, that's making it look so dirty, but when in doubt, spin it around. Is that like a good saying? When in doubt, spin it around like a washing machine. I don't think that's a very good saying. That was awful. This one here probably could do with being washed as well. Yeah, little mark on the arm here. It's not going to show on the camera. I really need to get another camera. I swear this camera's actually got worse, like quality-wise. It used to be really good, but maybe that's just because other cameras are now better than this one, and this one used to be the best. I don't know. But final one. I already know that this needs washing because I remember from the video. It has this little mark, which I'm really hoping will wash out. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess. But we now have our 2 piles of stuff that needs washing and stuff that doesn't need washing, and the stuff that needs washing pile is ginormous. Which it is what it is, I guess, but I would try to show you, but I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it. So that's the pile of stuff that doesn't need washing, which is like, it's a fairly decent amount of stuff, but then the stuff that needs washing, it's gonna look like such a mess because it's all just piled up. There's a fair amount of stuff that needs washing, so I'm gonna... How should I sort these? Do I just put the stuff that needs washing in one box, the stuff that doesn't in the other? Maybe? You think that's probably the best course of action? I think that's the best course of action. Fold them up. Do I need to fold them up? Really? No, they're going to be ironed anyway. I'll just chuck them straight in. I might have to fold the other ones because I don't know if they'll all fit straight into the box if I don't make some sort of an effort to make them fit a little bit. But that is job 1 done already. We now know what I need to wash and what I don't need to wash. Maybe to stick with the incredibly boring live stream content. I don't know how boring this is, to be fair. But maybe I will do the like a 12-hour stream of me ironing clothes. I think that would be quite an entertaining thing to stream because it's just so goofy. All right. I can't do all of this sat down. Let's grab these. Shift this guy across. And maybe I can actually just let you guys see what I'm doing. Maybe. Can I? It's in a pretty precarious spot, but it kind of works. Just all fell over. Brilliant. I'm going to loosely fold these just to try and make sure that they all actually squeeze in. This light is really washing out part of the stream, but it is what it is. I can't believe I've already been streaming for half an hour. Definitely doesn't feel like that. This feeler top I find so crazy. Just like the gold, where is it? Gold trim. Like the reflective gold thing. It's kind of a little... He's quite interesting. Not something I would personally wear, but something I could see looking really good on someone. Maybe I just don't have the confidence to wear something like that because I think I'll look like an idiot. I mean, I probably would look like an idiot, but I feel like I look like an idiot in pretty much most of the clothes that I wear anyway. I might have to write on this box actually. No, if I stick this one on top, which is this one here, I will remember that that's the one that needs washing, so I'll put that to the side for now. Because I know for a fact I'll probably just forget if I do not. This is such a weird angle that you can see right now. Just my torso of me folding clothes. I don't even know how the audio is going to come out on this. I've actually just got headphones on and I'm listening to music, which I can't include on the stream, unfortunately. Otherwise, I don't think YouTube would be too happy about me playing copyrighted music in the background of a stream. YouTube don't like it as much as Twitch. Twitch is a bit of a weird one with stuff like that, because you could listen to copyrighted music and it knows, and sometimes it will just cut out that audio portion of the stream, but then sometimes it doesn't. Like, you could stream for like 4 hours playing copyrighted music the whole time, and only certain parts of the stream will be cut out. I wonder if there's like a specific reason for that or not. This box is definitely going to be overflowing. It's about half full, but there's still so many clothes to put in here. At least this is a decent chunk of this job done. Part of me is like, do I go through and measure all of the clothes today? Do I do a few of them today? Do I not do it all today? It would take me so long to go through them. Because I'm not just measuring the clothes for my own peace of mind. I'm measuring the clothes and then editing all of the listings that the measurements needed to be added to. And then I need to reorganize all the clothes and stack them back up so I know what's where and stuff. And it's a big job. And I can't sleep late tonight because it's Thursday. I've got a meeting at 9 AM tomorrow with work, and I'm working my second job, so I have like a 12 or 13 hour shift tomorrow. So I cannot really just stay up late tonight and work. Ideally, I kind of need like an early night, but I bought an energy drink earlier for tomorrow because I know I'm going to die of tiredness. I kind of have mixed feelings about this box. Like, I'm not like upset by it. I'm also not hyped on it either. I'm kind of just neutral. Like, it's not going to be like a double my money type of box, I don't think. So I paid $250. I'd be surprised if I got 500 out of it. I feel like I might get like maybe like $350 possibly. Even that might be a bit of a stretch. Maybe like £100 profit from, which is a lot of work for £100 profit, but we'll have to wait and see, really. Best case scenario would be double my money, which would only be selling like each piece for, or just an average of £10 across all of the sales of what was in it, which it's doable, but there's some stuff in there that's like it's not going to sell for £10, it's going to sell for less, but then there's stuff in here that's like it's probably going to sell for more. So if I could get the average sell price up to a tenner each, then doubling my money on the buy would not be too bad. Like, that's probably a bit more worth the time investment, but I need to work out like a quick process of how to do things. I don't know how a lot of other clothing resellers really do the whole processing thing, but I want to be as time efficient as I can be. And the way that I did my last lot of stuff was not time efficient at all. It took me, like I was just saying, it took me about 12 hours to iron and photograph 100 pieces of clothing, which like, that's quite a long time. Maybe I just need to be picking like more high valued items, higher profit items, and then it's more worth the time. But like things like this pink Nike hoodie, I doubt that's going to sell for a tenner. I'd be lucky if it sold for a tenner. I think more realistically it'll probably be like £6 or £7 on Vinted, maybe something like that, which is still profit because there's no fees or anything. You don't have to pay for shipping on Vinted, but to spend X amount of time processing that one item times 60 or however many I bought, profit wise, is it really worth it for like £2 or £3 profit per item? I don't know, but maybe that should be why I should be focusing on like higher ticket items and stuff like that. What's up, Tom? How you doing? You've joined a let me address you properly. You've joined a very random stream where I'm very whitewashed. It is my first stream back, but we're just doing some work at the moment. You've missed some very riveting content of me sorting through loads of clothes, finding which ones are dirty and which ones aren't. And I've boxed the non-dirty, and I'm now boxing the dirty ones that need washing from the wholesale order that I just made. But what's up, man? It's good to see your name. Haven't seen you around for a good while. Well, actually, maybe flip the other way around. You probably haven't seen me for a good while, but I exist. I'm still here. I'm still kicking. Actually, I've just started kicking again. I was just talking about, like, I don't know. So I've just bought this wholesale lot. I don't want to go through the whole spiel that I just said again, but I just bought this wholesale lot. Paid $2.50 for it. The stuff's kind of mid. I think I'll probably get about $3.50 for it. So like there is money to be made. There's a little bit of profit, but there's a lot of processing work that needs to go into it. Like hours and hours and hours and hours of like ironing the clothes, taking photographs and stuff like that. And in my head, I'm like, is it worth it? Is it worth? That's my jumper. I'm not putting that one in there. Yeah, is it worth it? Does that classify it as a bad buy because I'll still make profit, but time invested wise, it's not that great? Like, should I be focusing on higher ticket items? Probably, right, is the answer. Probably. Probably. And actually I did, I went on to the most recent Supreme drop when it dropped, because obviously when that stuff sells out, which it does pretty much instantly, the resale value on it goes up super quick. And that was where I bought this hat, which I originally bought with the intention of reselling. So I paid $45 for it. I only got it like last week. Paid $45 for it. I'm pretty sure they're already on StockX for like $110. But it turned up and I was like, you know what? I need a new hat. I haven't bought myself a new hat for ages. And I ended up keeping it. Probably shouldn't have done that. But those type of flips, that's like double my money at a decent volume quickly. Like maybe I should also be focusing on stuff like that as opposed to just like these big lots where it's a lot of upfront work but not as much money out. I don't really know, to be fully honest. Alright, I'm actually quite impressed. I managed to get all of that packed into that box quite well. And we're sticking this one on top just so I know that this is the stuff that needs washing. And give you guys a little POV of what's going on here, if I can. I don't think I can really. My webcam is... I hope I'm not giving you motion sickness doing this, I'm very sorry. You have this box, that's the box of stuff that needs washing. Better view here, it's a pretty big box too, that's a lot of washing. Also featuring Christmas Christmas socks. The stream is all over the place. And the other box is the stuff that doesn't need washing. Alright, camera is going back up here now. I'm sorry if I gave you guys motion sickness from that. I shall be returning to my seat shortly. Oh, happy days. That is sorted. I am content that step one of processing that stuff is sorted. Well, it's not really even that sorted. I've just separated what needs washing and what doesn't. The actual job is actually washing the stuff and ironing it and things like that. But that's part of the process. Like we're part way there. I'm still in two minds whether or not we are going to be measuring stuff today, because it's a big job and it's not something that I'm going to get done if I started measuring all of these now, it would probably take me 2 hours, maybe, possibly, and to update all of the listings at the same time and stuff from the stuff that I already have listed, which sounds stupid to say, because when you look at this, it doesn't look like that much stuff in reality. Which I know I said this earlier, but when you scroll it like this, you're like, yeah, that's not that much stuff. That won't take 2 hours to measure. When I look at it in my room, it's like 2 piles of clothing, like that high next to each other. I just know it's going to take absolutely ages. And I don't really have the time to do that tonight, considering it's already pretty late. And I will need to sleep for work and stuff tomorrow, so maybe the measuring will be a job for tomorrow, maybe even just a job for like the next time I stream, I guess, possibly. But something I did want to do is take a look on Depop and see like what measurements other people are taking and like how they're doing it. So I guess if we actually, somebody who I know personally who's a Depop seller, let me check their store and see if they put their measurements up. This is who I used to buy my wholesale from a long time ago. He's changed up a lot of the stuff that he does now. But this guy does do wholesale, so if anyone's interested, you can hit up Stack's store. His price has gone up since when I used to buy stuff from him. But when I was buying stuff from him was like 4 years ago, to be fair. Does he put measurements on them? He does. Condition, color, size, pit to pit, and length. So it's just pit to pit and length that he's measuring. Is that the same on all of them, or is it just that one? What about like trousers, for example? Trousers, he does waist, inside leg, and leg opening. Okay. And clothing wise, just looking a bit further on it, some of the stuff that he sells is so nice. Like this, is this a Bape hoodie? No, it's actually not. It's Quicksilver. Still pretty cool though. I would definitely wear that. That's like a festival looking jumper. But he does get a bunch of Bape stuff, and it's... So the story of how I met this guy, actually, I used to work... Full stop. No, I used to have a... I used to work for like a storage company, and this guy was a customer at the storage company. Like his Depop unit was inside the storage company that I worked for, so I met him through there. That's Bape, right? Yeah, that's a little Bape top. And I assume he's kind of completely changed up the way that he was getting stock. So I spoke to him about it before. Obviously, he wouldn't tell me too much because you don't really do that. But I should have kept that top open actually, because I want to see what measurements he had on it. But yeah, I know that he would go abroad to like rag houses, hand pick like I assume thousands and thousands, probably about 10 grand's worth of stuff, and then ship it all back over. I don't think I'm giving away too much by saying that, but well, yeah, definitely not. The whole world, he goes to some location somewhere in the world, handpicks stuff and ships it back over. That's fine to say. But for things like this, I'd be very surprised if you get like decent quality Bape tops and stuff from like a random rag house abroad. This one also just doing pit to pit and length. So I guess measurements wise, that's probably all I'm going to have to do. Are there any other type of clothing items that I can spot on here that I might need to know what other people do lengthwise? These are crazy. I like a McDonald's logo on on jeans. I don't know if I could rep those. I think it's all going to be the same, right? It's just going to be pit to pit and length for pretty much all of these. Yeah, pit to pit and length. And then does he do the same for all of the trousers? Just pick a random one. Waist, inside leg, leg opening. Yeah, so it won't be too bad actually for me to measure all of the clothes. I don't think I'm going to do it tonight. I just don't really have time to spend like an hour and a half, 2 hours to do that. Like, I want to be in bed like early-ish. I don't want to be going to bed at like 12 o'clock tonight because I'm on a 13-hour shift tomorrow, so ideally that's not what we will be doing. Something else, I don't know if anybody in the chat... Yo, what's up, Laura? How you doing? Your mod? Oh my goodness. I haven't been live for an incredibly long time. But hey, you have joined the stream whilst I am working. I don't really know why I decided to stream this. You missed the most exciting part of the stream, actually. I was sat here creating these two boxes of stuff, which you can kind of see. Just determining what needed washing and what didn't. It's very riveting content. And I was giggling to myself because I was like, when I had the idea of like streaming myself just like doing random work, I was like, yeah, it'd be so good. Like I could stream for like hours when I have loads of stuff to do. And I was thinking like all of this stuff that I've just bought, I need to iron, I need to photograph. The last time I did it, it took me like 12 hours to do like 100 pieces. And I was like, imagine streaming that whole thing. And then I had a bit of a reality check and I was like, wait a minute, am I really going to stream myself for like 9 hours just ironing clothes? Like what has my life came to? Is that like what you just do when you hit 26 years old? You get excited about sharing your ironing with uploading me ironing to the to the internet? That's so dumb. But yeah, that is what we are doing. We are just chilling, doing a little bit of stuff. That was actually the main thing that I wanted to do on this stream, and it's now done. The main part is now actually just washing the clothes. But what was I just saying? Can't wait to watch me iron some clothes. I promise you it's going to be riveting content. It's not just going to be ironing clothes. I will be ironing something and then taking a photograph of it and then folding it and putting it into a corner. Can you really ask for more from a live stream? To be honest, at the ripe age of 26, that's what I want to be spending my Saturdays doing. Picture-wise, though, I don't know how I really feel about how my photographs look at the moment. I don't think they look bad, but I think they look basic and kind of small. Like nothing really stands out about them, and I don't have that many yet. So if I wanted to go back and redo them in a better way, doing it sooner would be better than doing it later. Otherwise it would be a massive job. Life-changing content, I know. It's so stupid. But then again, the guy that I know, or used to know from work, his photographs are pretty much the exact same. They're just a bit bigger. Maybe that's what I need to do, and why mine don't feel like they pop as much as his do. So I will maybe just redo the same photographs for all the stuff I already have, but take them a little bit closer up possibly, because they look kind of tiny at the moment. What's your Depop store, by the way, Laura? Should we do like a live Depop store review? Let me know in the chat. Maybe that's what these live streams could be, like a live store review of somebody who has no clue about what they're doing. I don't know how good that sounds, but this jumper is a bit of a shame. It's such a nice jumper, and in the time between me buying it, listing it, not selling it, stopping the business, refinding it, relisting it, it's got loads of paint on it. That was such a long journey of the product's life cycle for this. But it's hella dirty. You're disappointed that there's no Squirtle in the background. That Squirtle, I have no idea why or how, but it's currently in the boot of my car, and it's been in the boot of my car for like maybe like a year and a half. He's just been coming around with me everywhere I go. There's just a giant Squirtle sat in the boot of my car. I should probably take it out, to be honest, but he's just become a part of the family now. Every time I'm out driving. Got banned on Depop. Gutted. To be fair, I also got banned on eBay. So, but you know, we have another eBay account. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell the IRS. You can tell the IRS. Don't tell eBay. What's your Vinted then? Let's do a Vinted profile review. I also have a Vinted. It's just all the exact same stuff, plus some extra stuff that's sold. You can tell it's like fresh because I have 18 reviews. A whole big 18 reviews. I think I actually already looked at your Depop store, because you posted it on your Insta story, I'm pretty sure. So I had a little look through it, and I remember seeing that you had like 800 reviews or something, and I was like, yeah, kind of smokes my 18 reviews that I've got going on Depop at the moment, or Vinted. One thing that I find kind of irritating, cross listings. I have the same items on Depop, Vinted, and eBay. All of them have slightly different like image sizes. So like these are all the same images, but if I look at it this way, maybe like let's find this Kappa t-shirt, for example. This one, sleeves are cut out, so you can't really see it on Vinted. Depop, it looks alright, and then Ibiza, it looks teeny. It looks absolutely tiny. Like it's a completely different aspect ratio for each platform, and I don't really want to go through and edit a different image for each platform, so I'm just going to stick to the same thing. But it is what it is. And also because I've only started this up with the clothes that I had from before, and I started last month, my actual sales start from here. Everything prior to that was just stuff that was either already listed that I just marked as sold because I didn't know what I had or didn't, or stuff that I sold like 3 years ago. So the actual Depop sales start from there, from like last month, which isn't bad for how much stuff. Actually, if I move all the sold items down, for how few items I had listed, I don't think that's a bad amount of sales, starting from that Napajiri jumper. It's like half of what I had, pretty much, which I'm quite content with. I was also looking through this actually quite recently, and there's a bunch of stuff that I think was kind of sick, and actually, to be fair, I feel like it sold for a decent amount. Like this top, like a Reebok's Wolves top, pretty cool. I think this is pretty sick. Again, not something I could probably wear and pull off, but I think that is pretty dope. I would like to find more items like that, which I don't think I would really get from like the wholesale order that I just had from this video. If you haven't seen it yet, go and watch the video, by the way, just saying, little plug. But I don't think that I'm going to be finding items like that, or like there was this other one, both of these as well. I remember all three of those sold for a pretty decent amount. This one, also a sick looking jumper. Again, not something I could pull off or wear, but it is a dope looking Champion jumper. Stuff like that is not going to come from the wholesale that I just bought. The guy that I could buy things like this from, that I got them from prior to as well, his prices have gone up. So I was paying £8 an item for things like this, which is expensive. But I sold it for 35. But I don't know, I feel like especially now that Vinted exists, like stuff is just cheap on Vinted, and I feel like it kind of brings the price of everything else down. Like, I feel like before you would just never see things like a Stussy hat for £10. I guess it is a little bit scuffed, to be fair, but I'm kind of gutted that I can't really play the music whilst I'm on stream, because I feel like I'm just kind of here head bobbing to music that no one else can hear, because I don't think YouTube would be too happy about me adding that in. I feel like I've not got as much done this stream as I wanted to, but I also didn't take into consideration the fact that it's already 8 o'clock, and if I started doing those other clothing items now, it would just be a never-ending cycle, because I would be going through editing these, and then I know something else that I want to do is also change the descriptions on all of these as well, so they're a bit more specific to the item instead of like just a bog standard thing. I want to do like measurements, reword the description for everything before I start listing everything else. Maybe that will be a separate stream I might do that on a weekend actually, when I have more time, because then I could probably do like a 5 or 6 hour long stream. That's maybe going to be the plan, I think. Maybe I'll do that this weekend actually. What day should I say? This Saturday I will do I want to set myself like a specific time so I can hold myself accountable to it. I will try and do like a 8-hour stream. Is that asking a bit much maybe of myself to do an 8-hour stream this Saturday? Maybe. But there's a bunch of stuff that I need to do, right? I need to clean those clothes, start photographing them, get that ironing stream on the go. Maybe we'll even do the ironing stream over a couple of different streams just to really pull out that juicy ironing content, and then measure all of these clothes, change up the descriptions, stuff like that, and then maybe start working on the Shopify store as well. There's a bunch of stuff that I need to do, definitely more than 8 hours worth of work, but I don't know if I can stomach doing an 8-hour stream on Saturday. We'll find out, I guess, but the next stream will be on Saturday. I'm gonna leave this stream here. It's been pretty much bang on an hour actually. felt kind of good to stream on YouTube again for the first time. I'll try and sort something out for the lighting for the next stream so I don't just start getting washed out as it starts getting darker. But I appreciate all the 8 people that are watching this currently, according to YouTube. And yeah, feel free to catch me on the weekend because I'm going to try and do quite a long stream then. But until then, I will not see you, I guess.